I was a bit reluctant in joining the project. I've had a few invitations to other projects of the same subject before, and I just, denied my participation to all of them. It took a while of convincing, just simply because, of the subject matter, that it's not such a nice thing that happened, and the fact that I was involved in it.
This guy Morbid must have killed Elisa Lam.
He was staying at the hotel.
She was a sitting duck and was easily manipulated by this perp punk.
Everyone suspects him.
I think that was actually the main reason why I had to double think it, because I knew the exposure this got in the past with just a few people in the internet just doing this, and just went so, spread like wildfire, just went out of control. So I thought, this is gonna be like bigger exposure about the subject. So I'm still crossing my fingers that it won't get too wild. I stayed there. It was probably February 2012. Traveled from the East Coast. I was in Cincinnati recording my album, and my time there just expired, and I just, needed to do. I needed to change my life. I decided to move to LA, and I just stayed there for 3 days while I was talking to friends over there, and then after that, I stayed with friends, did my thing. So just those 3 days was like enough to like completely change my life, which is a strange thing, Morbid has always been me, my dark subconscious. I do horror music, I do horror screenplays, so I'm pretty aware of who Richard Ramirez is, or Charles Manson, or whatever. So if only I knew that he was staying there, my stay there would have been different, because I would have known that that place had some sort of dark history in it, and I will probably be more precautious. Yeah, originally I had my band, so when this happened, I actually joked a little bit around it with my drummer, because we didn't know that it was gonna get this out of control. We just thought, all right, someone in the internet wrote something, so we're just joking. And so yeah, originally I just didn't mind it that much. I was just like, all right, yeah, cool, some strange rumors or whatever. But then, as days went by, and as I started losing my accounts, and watched my whole world kind of started crumbling. When you see your name and your picture and your video on the TV news station in another country, and you don't even know what it says because it's a different language, but then someone tells you, they translated it, and it says that you're a suspect killer. You're like, whoa, this is not good. It was serious stuff. And, and then, you start losing everything that you have, and you can't really defend yourself, because who is the people doing this? I reach out to some people, and I, try to reason with them, and I was like, hey, you should stop this. My friends were supportive, and they still are. Some of them, actually, they still talk about those times, and they were there. And yeah, everyone, my name was in forums. It just expanded like wildfire, just like, in a matter of days. So my friends, sometimes they went to forums and they tried to clear my name, and they were like, hey man, I know this dude. He's not a killer. He's not a bad guy. He just makes horror music. Like, that's it. But it didn't help at all. Yeah, they made Facebook groups, and like I said, forums everywhere. They will get into my accounts and steal my media, pictures, video, everything, posts, and then just twist them and use them against me. I'm getting a lot of messages from people, and yeah, just a lot of positive response, just a lot of just a lot of love from people. And the best part is just having kids that have told me that they are going through issues that are alike the one I went through, and that they were cyberbullied, or they had issues with depression, and they are reaching out, and I'm, talking to them and just kind of trying to be a guide somehow, because, what I experienced, what I survived was heavy. It's just when something like this happened to you, like, you really don't have any guidelines. You don't know really what to do. So, what I did was just bury myself in work and just, try to forget about it and live in denial, but I realized it was there all the time. And when I saw it, when I saw the docu and my chapter, it takes a different stand when you look at it from the distance, because I had it in my world all the time, but when I see it from the outside, I'm like, geez. It's like, that's no one should go through that, It's like, and lucky for me, I survived it, and it wasn't easy. I'm still scarred, as you can imagine, but this is something that, we really need to grow some consciousness about. I really don't have a conclusion of my own of like what I think about what happened, and I think there's always going to be that like mystery that like there's something wrong, and especially when it comes from that place, like when you're, it's not that it happened somewhere else, it just happened in the Cecil. And that's, that in itself is just, paves the way to, maybe think that there's something